valence bond theory, second part. It is part 2. In part 1, I have completed the principles of valence bond theory as well as postulates of valence bond theory for coordination compounds. In this part, let me explain the examples for valence bond theory and explanation of valence bond theory with examples. So, let me complete that one. Before that, let me see the common types of hybridizations in valence. According to valence bond theory, what are the most common types of hybridizations for coordination compounds? I am starting the common types of hybridizations possible for coordination compounds. Complexes we can write in shortcut. These are the common types of hybridizations possible for complexes. This is according to valence bond theory. According to valence bond theory, what are the common? First, I will write tabular form. Coordination number in one column and do hybridization second column. Hybridization second column. Third column is geometry, means structure. Fourth column is examples. What type of complexes possess that particular hybridization, and that is check now. Next, coordination number. If it is 2, definitely the hybridization will be sp. If hybridization is sp, the shape will be linear. Which type of complexes contains this linear shape means Ag, NS3 taken twice. Here 2 ammonias are ligands. So only one plus Ag plus. If coordination number is 3, definitely the hybridization will be sp2. 3 hybrid orbitals will be formed and geometry becomes trigonal planar. Trigonal planar. The example for this is Hg I3 minus. So the charge will becomes KHgI3. Potassium triiodide mercurate. Here 3 iodides, I minus ions are ligands. Next, if coordination number is 4, if the ligands are weak field ligands, definitely hybridization will be sp3. Hybridization is sp3. If the hybridization is sp3 and shape will be tetrahedral. The examples for tetrahedral is MnX4. X means halogens. Any one, manganese exists in +2 oxidation state here, and FeCl4. FeCl4 2 minus iron +2 oxidation state, and nickel carbonyl, nickel 0 oxidation state, and nickel X4, NiX4. Here also 2 minus means nickel oxidation state is +2. In these 4 complexes, hybridization is sp3. Reason, X means halogen. Already I told you, X means halogen, maybe fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Anyone may be there. So weak field ligands. Here one important thing is carbon monoxide is strong field ligand. Still sp3 hybridization because availability of empty orbitals. Valence bond theory main principle is what? The number of orbitals must be vacant orbitals. Number of vacant orbitals must be equal to number of ligands donated to the central metal atom. So compulsory due to availability, even though strong field ligand, it is in sp3 hybridization. It is in sp3 hybridization. Next, if coordination number is 4, if there is a strong field ligands in the complex, the hybridization will be dsp2. The first video already I told you which d orbital involves in hybridization, dx square minus y square, and if it is dsp2, shape will be square planar. The examples for this is CuNH3,4, CuNH3,4, NH3 strong field ligand 2 plus, and another one is NiCN4 2 minus, NiCN4 2 minus, nickel plus 2 oxidation state. This is coordination number 4, 2, 3, 4, 4. And next, if coordination number is 5, I am removing first 2. I am removing first 2. If coordination number is 5, the hybridization may be sp3d if ligands are weak. If hybridization is this one, definitely it will be square pyramidal. Square pyramidal. sp3 means here ns, np, nd orbitals involved in hybridization. Examples for this is sbf5 2 minus. And if coordination number is 5, the hybridization may be dsp3. If hybridization is dsp3, what is the meaning of dsp3 here? N minus 1d, ns, np involved in hybridization. The shape will be trigonal bipyramidal. Trigonal bipyramidal. Here outer shell d orbital, square pyramidal. Here dsp2, trigonal bipyramidal. CuCl5 also we get. Examples for this is FeCO5, iron carbonyl, iron oxidation state here also 0, because next CuCl5 3 minus, CuCl5 3 minus, dsp3. So these are hybridizations. 5. Next, if coordination number 6, the hybridization is d2sp3. In this, which type of orbitals involved in hybridization? N minus 1d, ns, np involved in hybridization. The shape is octahedral. Shape is octahedral. Examples for this is FeCN6, FeCN6 4 minus plus 2 oxidation state, FeCN6 3 minus, FeCN6 3 minus, here iron is plus 3 oxidation state, FeH2O 2 plus, FeH2O, I'm sorry, not H2O is weak field ligand, CrNH3 3 plus, chromium, CrNH3 3 plus, CONH2 3 plus, like this we can write anyone if coordination number is 6. And last one, if coordination number is 6, hybridization is sp3d2. In this case, ns, np, nd, outer shell d orbital involves in hybridization because weak field ligands. Shape is same octahedral, no chance. And here FeH2O6, because H2O is weak field ligand, it is 2 plus. Next, FeF6 3 minus, FeF6 3 minus, CO F6 3 minus, Ni nickel NS362 plus NS362 plus, like this it will be there. These are the common types of hybridizations present in complex compounds according to valence bond theory. These are common types. So, valence bond theory explains the hybridizations and all this. Let's go in detail about these complexes with explanation. Let me discuss with examples. I am going to explain valence bond theory with examples. These are examples and common types of hybridizations possible in a complexes. Next, I am taking how we take the examples based on coordination number or based on examples wise. Let us discuss based on examples wise. I am taking nickel Ni plus 2 because we have seen many examples for nickel. In coordination number 4 we have seen, in coordination number 6 also we have seen nickel. In that, first I am taking NiCl4 2 minus. Here the oxidation state of nickel is plus 2. So Ni plus 2 concentration is 3D8, 4s0 because 2 electrons will eliminate from that, 4p0. 8, how we write the 8 electrons? 3 pairs, 2 unpaired electrons. 3 pairs, 2 unpaired electrons. Then we have to see arrangement of inner electrons. In valence bond theory I told you the geometry depends upon magnetic nature. If you know the magnetic nature, we can easily predict the geometry. Magnetic nature depends upon number of unpaired electrons. Number of unpaired electrons depends upon rearrangement. Rearrangement depends upon nature of ligand. Here Cl minus A is ligand. Which type of ligand? Weak field ligand. Why? Because halogen donor, X donor it is. So no rearrangement against Hund's rule. If no rearrangement, directly these undergoes, because there are 4 chlorines, coordination number is 4. In this case, coordinate number is 4. So 4 empty orbitals of equal energy must be there. That is possible by sp3 hybridization. By this sp3 hybridization, shape becomes tetrahedral, and how many unpaired electrons? There are 2 number of unpaired electrons. Therefore, magnetic moment 2 into 2 plus 2 equal to root 8. Root 8 means what? 2.8 something. Bohr magnetons we get. This is magnetic nature. And shape is tetrahedral. Chlorine is weak field ligand. No arrangement. Coordination number is 4. This is explanation of one example in case of nickel. Next, I am taking NiCN4. NiCN4 times 2 minus, same charge. Here Cl4 2 minus, here Cn4 2 minus. These are previous examples. I am taking these. Why only means, only why I am taking these examples means these are previously asked examples in IIT JEE and NEET. So directly has asked magnetic nature, he has asked shape. So I am taking that examples. Mostly, many in the future also, there is a most probability will be there for these examples to ask in the examinations. That's why I am taking these examples. Right. Same thing. Here, nickel in plus 2 oxidation state, and the arrangement is same like that. 8 electrons in the d orbital has 3 pairs, 2 unpaired electrons in 3D. and in 4s 0, 4p 0. It will be there. But here one thing, Cn minus is the ligand. Which ligand it is? Strong field ligand or weak field ligand? Yes, anybody? Cn minus is strong field ligand. If it is strong field ligand, pairing takes place against Hund's rule. Against Hund's rule. Against Hund's rule, pairing takes place. Means what? This electron will shift to here and here the pairing takes place. After that, coordination number is 4 here also. So 4 empty orbital required. Here it is 3d, 1s, 2p undergoes dsp2. This will be pure p orbital. Do not participate in hybridization. So if it is dsp2, definitely it will be square planar shape. Square planar shape. And any unpaired electrons here? No unpaired electrons, because these orbitals are filled by ligands. So no unpaired electrons, all are paired. So n equal to 0, unpaired electrons equal to 0. That's why it is what? Diamagnetic. Diamagnetic. Magnetic moment is 0. But here there are 2 unpaired electrons now. So paramagnetic. NiCl4 2 minus is paramagnetic. NiCN4 2 minus is diamagnetic. Reason? This is strong field ligand, pairing takes place, hybridization is dsp2. In this case, Cl minus is weak field ligand, no rearrangement, no pairing, so it undergoes sp3 hybridization, shape is tetrahedral. And next, third one, C, NiCO4. It is exceptional. Mostly the question will come from this. Here, nickel oxidation state is 0 because CO is neutral. Nickel oxidation state 0. So the configuration of nickel is 3d8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3d8 as 4, 3 pairs, 2 unpaired electrons, 4s2, 1 pair, 4p0, no electrons in the p orbital. Here, based on this, one thing, CO is strong field ligand. Already told you. And in valence bond theory we have inner electrons will be filled in the orbitals according to Hund's rule. However, if strong field ligands are present, the electrons pairing takes place against Hund's rule. Means these electrons of 4s will pair up with 3d. Then in the nickel, the electron arrangement takes place here like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It becomes 3d10 pairs and 4s0, no electron in s orbital, then 4p0. After that it undergoes sp3 hybridization. Due to that it possesses tetrahedral. Remember, usually if strong field ligands are present, electron pairing takes place, we get low spin complexes by involving n-1d orbital. But here still pairing taking place, but no inner orbital complexes. So tetrahedral outer orbital complex only, we cannot say it as outer orbital complexes, and it is spin paired complex, not spin free. Usually tetrahedral complexes spin free, but here it is spin paired complexes. Got it? So like this, CO, even the strongest ligand If it is strongest ligand, usually in coordination number 4, we expect dsp2 hybridization. But here, strongest ligand, still we have the hybridization sp3 and tetrahedral shape. Reason, only one is there, because of this configuration. S electrons pairing up with the 3D and we are getting complex structure. This is nickel, 3 examples. Previously asked examples these are. And then copper. I am going to explain copper. Based on the priority of examples I am taking. In the textbook and in NCERT book, we have different examples. Other examples. Of course, these are also important examples for competitive examinations, but you can easily understand it is there in that. But here, I am going to priority order. Cu2 plus. Second one. First one, Ni2 plus I took. In all cases, Ni2 plus except this. Here, Cu2 plus. In that first, I am taking first example. CuCl4 2 minus. CuCl4 2 minus. Here, copper oxidation state is +2. Copper exists in +2. Cu2 plus configuration, if you see, 3D9. 3D. It is 4p 0, 4s 0, 3d9 will be there as 4 pairs, 1 anti electron. Chlorine, weak field ligand, so no pairing takes place. Due to that no pairing, it undergoes sp3 hybridization, and these 4 ligands donate 4 electrons. Directly I am writing, is a waste of time to write once again, that's why I am writing. So tetrahedral shape, 1 unpaired electron is there, so paramagnetic, and magnetic moment is √3, because 1 into 1 plus 2, root over 1.732 Bohr magnetons. So it will be there like this, CuCl4. Next, B. CuNS3 taken 4 times 2 plus. Very, very important examples. I have seen in many papers this example. In the future also we can expect more probability this example, because little bit difference is there, little bit variation. So here also copper oxidation state is +2, same 2 plus configuration, 3d9, 1 2 3 4 5, 3d9 as 4 pairs and 1 unpaired electron, and empty orbital in 4s0 and 4p0, p orbital also 0, 4p0. Here NS3 is strong field ligand, because in donor as compared to S2O it is strong field ligand. NS3 strong field ligand. So here pairing do not takes place, it is different. Rearrangement of unpaired electron shifts from 3d to 4p. Electron will shift, jump we can say. Reason, by the influence of strong field ligand. Here no pairing against Hund's rule. Electron will shift. How it will be shift? I am writing here. Nickel completed now. So I will write here. How the shifting takes place means, in Cu2 plus, that type of shifting is not there here, because Cl minus is weak field ligand. 3d8 it becomes 1 2 3 4 5 pair, empty d orbital, 4s is 0, and 4p1 will be appear. Then it undergoes dsp2 hybridization, because we require only 4 ligands, because there are only 4 NS3 molecules. So dsp2. Automatically what will happen? Square planar. The shape is square planar. because of that hybridization. And one unpaired electron will be here. One unpaired electron shifting from 3d to 4p now, so one unpaired electron. Here one unpaired electron is there, so n equal to 1. So magnetic moment is 1.732 Bohr magnetons. It is also paramagnetic. Paramagnetic. Reason, unpaired electron, one unpaired electron is there. It is paramagnetic, it is paramagnetic. It is low spin complex. We can't say it is inner orbital complex. That word we cannot use in case of coordination number 4. Inner orbital complex, low spin complex, outer orbital complexes, that we can apply. We can use that words only for octahedral complexes, not for this. So this is octahedral things. Next example, after copper. Copper is this is enough, and you can take another one also, Cu, CO, nano-CO, these two only. Next, third example is, till now I think I have completed only coordination number 4, right? Coordination number 4 only, yes. Let's go for coordination number 6. Coordination number 6, cobalt, CO3 plus. There first I am taking CO, F6 3 minus. Here cobalt oxidation plus 3 will be there. So CO plus 3 configuration will be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4s and 4p. 3d, 4s, 4p. What will be the configuration after loss of 3 electrons? Cobalt number is 27. Cobalt nickel 7 electrons means it becomes 6. 6 means pair, unpaired, 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 0 and 0, no electrons. Here F minus is weak field ligand, so no pairing against Hounslow. At that condition we require 4D. Why? Because if there is no pairing, 6 ligands are there, we require 6 empty orbitals. Here only we have 4, we require 2 more that are available from 4D. So 4D is 0. Then these undergoes sp3d2 hybridization, outer shell d orbital involving. So automatically what will happen? Octahedral shape. And unpaired electrons are there, n equal to 4. So mu equal to root over 4 into 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2, 6. 4. 6 4s are 24. Root 24 means 4.8 something we get. Bohr magnetons. This is paramagnetic. Unpaired electrons are there, so paramagnetic. Paramagnetic, because we are getting mu value something, not 0, no? Paramagnetic. This is COF6. Next, CO NS3 6 3 plus. I am taking this example. Same configuration I am writing, CO3 plus oxidation state, 3d6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's becoming one more extra. So then 4s, then 4p, 3d6 means pair, unpaired, 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 unpaired. 4s 0, no electrons, 4p 0, no electrons. Here NS3 is strong field ligand. Damn sure pairing takes place against Hounslow. Pairing takes place against Hounslow. How it will be takes place? CO3 plus. Pairing means electrons pairing takes place against Hounslow. This pair already is there. We get like this 2 pairs. 2 more extra pairs. Then 4s, then 4p. It undergoes D2 sp3 hybridization. Inner orbital complex. Same octahedral. Same octahedral. Here pairing is taking place and diamagnetic compound, because no unpaired electrons here. Like that you can take any example. Once again I am saying, Whatever the examples I wrote here, just use it as a reference and take another example, different example, and practice with that. Then automatically you will get complete information about valence band theory, until unless you can't get the subject. Not only here, anywhere, whatever the examples the teacher is using, my best advice to the students, use different example. Okay, I hope you will understand this concept. Thank you.